They never should have gone into the forest, deep within Black Hollow woods, far from cell towers, far from search parties. Something ancient waited, not one, but two terrors, drawn together by blood, sacrifice, and the cries of the damned. Valak, the demon nun, and Siren head, the walking tower of screams. Pause. This is the story of how 5 friends became prey, trapped between 2 monsters, where only one rule applied: run or be silenced. Elena, 27, a fearless YouTuber known for ghost hunting stunts. Mark, her older brother, ex-military, now her bodyguard and fixer. Valerie, tech genius and Elena's best friend. Danny, the comic relief, never took anything seriously. Ruben, new guy. Quiet, a little too quiet. They went to explore a military radio tower deep in Black Hollow, rumored to be cursed, or worse, haunted by something never meant to be found. It was Valerie who picked up the signal first, a strange radio frequency playing on loop, static, then a woman's voice. Radio voice, whispery, inhuman. He's calling. He never stopped calling. She opened the door. He answered. The team set out to investigate, equipment in hand, cameras rolling. The forest around them felt wrong. No birds, no wind, just waiting. Joking. Place gives me the creeps. I say we fake some footsteps and get 1 million views. No faking. We find the truth, or we don't post at all. Distant mechanical whines, rustling trees, increasing static. The radio tower wasn't just old, it was dead. Rusted, silent, but still humming with something unnatural. Guys, this signal's not bouncing from a tower. It's coming underground. Then we're not the first ones to follow it. Behind the crumbling tower, Mark found a trapdoor, bolted, sealed in rust and fear. Whatever's down there, someone wanted it buried. But curiosity has always been louder than caution. Metal creaks open, loud echo. Stale air poured from below. Not just air, whispers, Latin prayers, screams too far to be human. They descended. The bunker had no light, just flickers from their flashlights, walls carved with symbols, and everywhere, claw marks. At the far end, a rusted control room, cameras, tapes, monitors, files stamped with red ink. Experiment, Siren head, Phase 4 terminated. Flipping pages. They tried to harness it, use it as a weapon. Who's they? Before she could answer, the alarms triggered. Monitors came to life. Test 121 failed. Entity broadcast disrupted. Secondary subject, resisting exorcism. The screen blinked. For just a second, a face, pale, sunken eyes, a black veil, a demonic grin. Frightened. That was a nun. That was a freaking demon nun. A low rumble shook the hall. Sirens, not alarms, real ones, from something alive. Siren head, distant booming call echoes through the tunnel, whispering, "It's here." Sirens echoing through the trees, mixed with ghostly whispers and wind. They ran, up the tunnel, out of the trapdoor, into a forest that felt smaller now, like it was breathing around them. Siren head wasn't hunting, he was herding, forcing them where it wanted, and just ahead, the church, panicking. Why is he letting us go? Calm, strange. He's not. He's delivering us to her. The old chapel stood crooked and broken, wood rotted and windows gone, but inside, candles still burned, shaking. Those are not our candles. They stepped inside. The altar was covered in blood. A photo lay on it, of them, taken today. Suddenly the door slammed shut. Whispery female voice, Valak. "Welcome, children of signal and sin." Valak stood behind the pulpit. Her veil flowed without wind. Her eyes, empty, but she saw everything. terrified. "Why us?" Echoing. "Because your curiosity feeds me, and your screams awaken him." Siren Head howled outside. The glass shook, but Valak smiled. They weren't enemies. They were partners in torment. Reuben stepped forward. He dropped to his knees. "Forgive me, Mother. I brought them, as promised," shocked. "What?" Reuben wasn't a victim. He was a servant, a summoner. Mark lunged, but too late. Valak opened her mouth. Danny was lifted off the ground and ripped in half mid-air, sobbing. "We have to get out. Now." But the church had no doors anymore. Only shadows, only screams, and the monsters that were inside. Ambient, cries echoing, wind roaring, demon laughter, creaking wood. Valak's chapel twisted, walls stretched, candles flickered with green fire. It was no longer a building. It was alive. To Reuben. "You brought us to die? For what?" "For the promise. Eternal life. In her grace. I'm not afraid." But Reuben's reward wasn't salvation. It was sacrifice. Valak whispered a word, and Reuben's body caught fire from the inside. Elena screamed. Mark kicked open a rotting confession booth, a hidden passage, their last shot. Underground again, but this tunnel wasn't man-made. It pulsed with sirens, low, deep, coming closer. Valerie whispers. "That's not Valak, that's him." Siren Head had tunneled beneath the forest, a network of chambers filled with bones, skulls shattered by sound. Mark. "Split up. Stay low. No sound." But Valerie tripped. A scream slipped out. The siren stopped. The air fell dead. Then, boom! Siren Head's call shakes the chamber. He dropped from the ceiling like a tower falling, limbs like radio poles, speakers for a face. A sound blared so loud the walls bled. Valerie, mouth open, no scream comes. He took her voice. Only Elena and Mark remained. They found a strange relic, a black stone etched with blood runes. Mark remembered the file. Mark. "It's a signal disruptor. It can shut him down." Elena. "Then we destroy the tower, both of them, with it." But they had to return, back through the woods, past Valak, past the monster of metal and sound. Mark and Elena emerged from the tunnels, the black stone clutched tight. Above them, the twisted tower, no longer metal, but bone and wire, a beacon for monsters. Elena, breathing heavy. "Once we trigger it, there's no turning back." Mark, "We either end this or become part of it." They ran. Valak saw them first. Her veil blew back, revealing a face torn by time. She shrieked, and Siren Head answered. Siren Head's roar, distorted voice. "Run!" The air trembled, the trees bent. Elena raised the disruptor stone. It pulsed. Siren Head stopped in his tracks, wailing, shaking. His speakers cracked and bled. Valak, screaming in Latin. "You cannot break the bond." Mark, yelling. "Now, Elena!" She threw the stone at the tower. It exploded in a silent flash. The signal died. Siren Head screamed his last scream. A burst of light shattered the trees. He crumbled, wires snapping, limbs falling like dead trees. Valak writhed in agony. Her form cracked. Torn between dimensions, she burned and vanished. But not before whispering. Valak, fading voice. "You've silenced him, but I will return." Then silence, for the first time, true silence. Elena, weakly, "We did it. We actually—" She collapsed. Mark crawled to her, held her tight. Sunrise broke through the trees, but the light revealed more than victory. They were not alone. Weeks later, a search team found a camcorder, half buried in ash, still recording. The final image, Mark staring into the woods, mouth open, whispering something. And behind him, deep in the shadow of the trees, a black veil. Still, watching. Cue. Sudden, loud, distorted siren blast. Blackout. Some signals were never meant to be found.